Hey, I am Luke Miller from Resound Creative, and I just wanted to talk with you all briefly today about the problem of how do we set ourselves apart from the competition. We have a lot of conversations that kind of surround this topic. It seems like in many industries that we deal with, everybody is looking the same, they feel the same, they're saying the same things, sending the same messages. And at the end of the day, everybody's kind of scratching their head wondering, how do we set ourselves apart from everybody else? What's special about us? How do our consumers know what's different about us compared to the competition? I was talking just recently to a VP of marketing at a large company, and he said he's actually losing sleep over this problem. He said, what keeps me up at night now is wondering how does our audience know what sets us apart or what makes us special compared to the competition out there? It's a real problem. People are losing sleep, and it's one that I want to help you solve. So the solution to this problem is brand identity. Your brand identity is the essence of who you are. It's your core values, it's your personality traits, it's the audience that you're talking to, it's the story that you're telling. It's all of that kind of wrapped into one cohesive thing that makes up the core of who you are. We find that when brands take the time to go through a journey, go through a process, and come to solid definitions on what do we value, what is an accurate personality that represents us, who is our audience, how do they make decisions, what is the story that we're telling, that they come to definitions on those things, then they begin to craft their messaging in a whole new way, and that messaging resonates at such a deeper level than what they're used to. You see, the audiences out there, people are craving authentic relationships. They're craving authenticity. And so when you begin to craft your messaging and craft the story of your brand around an authentic identity, then there's going to be resonation with your audience. And that's really significant. Just recently, we worked with a client who's a personal trainer. And if you can imagine the personal training industry, there's 10,000 out there, 10 million out there maybe. And it's just a saturated market, and they all kind of look the same and they feel the same. And there's not really a lot setting anyone apart from another. So we worked with him on his brand identity, and we helped him come to solid answers on those questions like, what do you value? What are your personality traits? Who is your audience? And he began to craft his messaging and his web platforms around those things, and he saw some really incredible results. In fact, he was giving Resound free training as a part of that process for a number of months, and finally he had to fire us because his actual client base grew so large so quickly that he didn't have space for us anymore. And that's the kind of results that we want to see when we work with companies to help figure out their brand identity. We believe deep down that everybody has a remarkable story, and we want to hear it. So go and make the world a better place. Tell your remarkable story. Let yourself sleep at night and have peace knowing that your audience is going to know what sets you apart from everybody else. And remember, you are remarkable.